It's a Wednesday night preview of Happy Valley here on Racing to Win. Welcome to the show. We're going to go race by race very shortly and try and find you a winner if you're having a try at the Valley on Wednesday night. It is time to introduce the rest of the panel. We start with Tom. Tom, hello to you. Tom Wood, of course, and what a cracking meeting it is on Wednesday night, those last two races in particular.
Yeah, some really strong races towards the back end of the program, Mark. Amazing Star going around there, Shining Gem. This is Class, who put in a massive performance last time out, was 3 wide, no cover the trip. Karis Teton rides him this time round because Vincent Ho had a prior booking with the Ricky U-Train Shining Gem. But plenty of chances in that race and pretty good program. Lots of last start winners, lots of horses that have won in their last 2 or 3 starts. Wednesday night at the Valley.
Paul Lally, hello to you as well, our form expert. And there is a jackpot too on Wednesday night.
Yeah, triple trio jackpot of 1.1 million. So expecting that to get up to 3 million for the triple trio. But as Tom and you said, there's some really good betting races throughout the card. So there should be some really even races, some really close finishes. Looking forward to those as well.
We'll get into those races in just a moment, race by race. Right now, though, we're going back to Sunday with our racing review. And Tom, Righteous Doctrine is the horse in focus, and what a magnificent win this was.
He overcame a bit of adversity in the straight, Mark. You can see him back there with Helena Baby. That was a big run from the grey horse there towards the back of the field. So he was coming to the outside of Private Secretary, got in a bit of trouble there with amazing beats, but really let rip over the final stages here. Super Oasis was sent out, fancied in the market, and was just run down over the final stages. Paul, he was really grinding away, but big run here from this horse who we've seen more accustomed to the all-weather.
Yeah, you would have been counting your money on Super Oasis with 200 to go. He, just even turning for home, he was absolutely jogging, but he just got dive-bombed late by Righteous Doctrine, who's been a really good horse this season for Michael Chang, mostly on the all-weather. I mean, it was good to firm there, but you could see them sort of coming down the outside, and he did win really nicely. And Helena Baby, best run from this horse since he's got to Hong Kong as well.
Paul, he's been a horse that has raced without a whole lot of luck right throughout his career here in Hong Kong. It seems to finally be going his way now. Yeah,
definitely. And look, the way he came down the outside, it was a slowish pace as well. So the race was full of merit. And with that win, he's gone up 6 points. Inner Flame, I thought, was really good in the last. He's gone up 6. The 2 horses that went up the biggest rating sort of band was Dublin Star. He went up 7, and Sky Gem, the Class 5 horse, went up 7 as well. Some good racing, wasn't there, on Sunday, Tom?
Yeah, there certainly was. Goodview Clarico were winning as well down the straight once again for Dennership and Ben. So, of course, nothing official yet, but it's been widely reported that he's hanging up the boots at the end of the season. So it was good to see him get his second win of the season. He doesn't get too many opportunities to ride fancied horses, but he did on Sunday for Dennership.
Absolutely flying is a Goodview Clarico. Ran down More of Courage, who did look the winner. There were some horses to follow out of Sunday. We'll find out who the boys liked following their performances. Paul, where did you go after the weekend?
Well, there was a horse having its second start here in Hong Kong, and the first start with blinkers, called Happy Reunion. Now, he gets well back, 1,400 metres this race. I think you might even see better when he gets up to 16 or 18. He's out of a pins mare, so there is plenty of stoutness there on the dam side as well. Look, he just took a while to wind up, but once he did get into the clear, I thought it wasn't a bad run for him. He hit the line strongly enough, so with this experience under his belt, I think once we see him up to 16, maybe even 1,800 metres, you'll see him come back in the picture now. He hit the line really strongly, so I think he's one to follow.
Happy Reunion for you, Paul. What about you, Tom?
I think we've gone on the same race, Mark. We've got a couple here that we've plucked out. I've gone with Golden Boulder. He didn't get all favours at the start. He got a bit of a check there, but thought he ran on quite nicely. This race, of course, won by Dublin Star. Comfort Life was second, but Golden Bold for John Moore and Derek Lung was only 3.5 lengths away from them in the end after being skittled at the start. So I thought it was a decent run.
Didn't mind the run of Next Model. I know he was at the end pipped by Comfort Life, who got him right at the line for second. He was having his first start for quite some time and a stable change, so he should go out fitter following that performance. Next Model. That was a look at the week that we just had. There is a suspension or two to note as well. Matthew Chadwick picked up a careless riding charge one race day. 27th of May, he'll serve that in 30,000. And Neil Callan also picks up one race day, 17,500. He will sit out the 7th of June. One withdrawal for Happy Valley. It is race 7, number 2, Racing Luck is replaced by Smart Cousin for Keith Young. C+3 course, Happy Valley, 9 races again on Wednesday night, which has become the normal of late. In the first is over the 1200 metres. It's a class 4, so a rating 60 to 40. Good luck, good luck. He ran second when he wore the cheek pieces for the first time. He gets them for the second time in the first race on Wednesday night. Happy good guys. The visor off, draws barrier 2 for the 3rd straight start. Management Supreme much better over 1200 at his previous outing when pushing forward. Alfie Chan claims 7 on Starlight. All victories have been over the 1200 metres, 7 of them at Happy Valley. Farm Bumper steps back to the 1200 metres. He found the line well over the 1000 metres last time. Sweetly Baby gets the hood for the first time, and here comes Ted. Blinkers off, cheek pieces for the first time, and we welcome back Jack Wong from an injury, a slight one, when he partners Diamond Legend. Jintoki is the horse, Tom, which has been up at Chungwa.
Speed for the first race should be good. A couple of options here. United We Stand can roll forward. He's rolled forward in his last few runs. And Management Supreme ran the race of his life at big odds last time out after leading, so he was able to begin well. Another pace option potentially is Jintoki. You've got Happy Good Guys, who hopefully will begin better with Joe Moreira because he made a real hash of the start last time out. Sky Treasure, Farm Bumper in danger of being 3 wide.
Here is Happy Good Guys. He's going nice enough. As you mentioned, he did muff the start last time. He's got barrier number 2. So if he gets away nice enough, he should get a run just in behind the pace. And he is a winner 3 starts ago as well. Management Supreme surprised a little bit at big odds last start. But look, his work's been good since. Bit of rain around the other day. And Vincent Ho will be riding him. He did ride a Happy Good Guys last start. Then we're going to have a look at here is Here Comes Ted. Carrasteen the board. Thought it was a really nice gallop for him. He's got these cheek pieces on. He'll be wearing them on race day. And I just really like the way he's been working. And I think 1200 looks ideal for him as well. Here Comes Ted.
He's just under 21 at the moment too, is Here Comes Ted. We're going back to look at some replays. We'll start with a horse that you've both mentioned, Tom, Management Supreme. It took a very informed Simply Fluke to run him down at his second start. Yeah,
and he had drawn wide and had to go back and in the end let loose with a big run down the outside. You can see a bit of interference in that race as well. But this horse here went round at 39 to 1 last time out, went forward, was right up on the pace, didn't do that first up, was down the track, only beaten a couple of rivals home. In the end was only beaten, 3/4 of a length at the line. It was a really big run from him, so hoping he can back that up again.
Yeah, I got him in the numbers as well. I thought he was a nice enough run there. He wasn't fancied at all, was he, at 39 to 1?
He's drawn barrier 9 on Wednesday night. Sky Treasure's been better known on the all-weather. We're going back to his last start win on the turf at Happy Valley. This has been a good form race, Paul, because the horse he beats home is the runner. Yeah, and the runner's come out and won. Now, this horse, Sky Treasure, look, he's drawn a little bit awkward in barrier number 12. He's got the outside drawn. With the pace under him, I think he might find it a little bit harder. I think Happy Good Guys is a consistent horse and one for the numbers.
He raced handy last time out from his draw. I think it was probably his birthday for the season, so I'm happy to give him the swerve here this time round. And on to Farm Bumper we go. He's been racing over 1,000 metres. His record time at 1,200 isn't good. However, his last two at 1,000 would suggest 1,200 is going to be perfect for him now. Yeah, well, he's been getting home quite well, I thought. This race here eventually won by We the South. He travelled well, dug in late along the in or just to the outside there. You can see him in the black cap getting home quite nicely. So maybe 1,200 metres will suit him. They roll the dice. They've got nothing to lose. He is holding his form quite well at the moment. Yeah, another one for the numbers for sure because, look, that was a good run and you'd think 1,200 would be okay looking at that. And Paul, Good Luck has had a trial. He's going around in cheek pieces for the second time on Wednesday night. He wears them in this trial too. Yeah, look, he looked good last season. He did win off a rating of 55. Cheek pieces back on. He's had a few runs back now. He's run okay. His last start was on the good to yielding, was a little bit better, and I just wonder if that helped him a little bit. His work here on the all-weather is not too bad, nice and quiet. Look, he was one on the reserve bench for me. Cheek pieces going on. There's nothing wrong with that trial, I thought. Seemed to have his head on his chest throughout at the end, beaten by a comfortable margin there with the Aries winning that trial that goes around later on. I didn't find him in the mix, but wouldn't surprise me if he does bob up down in grade here. He's 6 to 1 at the moment. Is Good Luck. Selections for the first, Paul, we come to you. Yeah, I'm going to go with my long shot in race number 1 because I think it's a real open race. I'm going to go with that one I showed in track work. Here Comes Ted. Cheek pieces on for the first time. Blinkers off. He's had one start at Happy Valley. He did run down the track, but that was his first look around the course. This would be his second. Up to 1,200 looks good for him, and I think it'd be a decent price. So
Race 1, number 11, Here Comes Ted. Happy Good Guy's the favourite. I think he'll be tough and he should get a nice run. But he did muff the start last time. Farm Bumper up to 1,200 and Management Supreme, who was at the big odds last start. 11, 2, 8 and 4.
I'm happy to settle with Happy Good Guys because, look, it's not a strong race, this first race on the program. He's at 3 and 1.7. He's got the services of Joe Mareri. Red at the start last time out. As a consequence, missed it, never was involved as a 2.7 favourite. So I think he can redeem himself here. 2 Happy Good Guys over 4 Management Supreme. Huge run from him last time out. I think Farm Bumper might just be able to see out the 1,200 metres here. He's tried it a couple of times before, hasn't been able to. He's in fact tried it 9 times in total and hasn't been able to. So hopefully he can turn that around. And Starlight, he's really well rated. 79 his last win. Alfie Chan rides for Dennership. Got galloped on last time out, but he's so well rated, so he's in the mix there as well. 2, 4, 8 and 5.
Tom is the 2 and Paul is with the 11 in race number 1, the Class 4 over the 1,200 metres on Wednesday night.